Hey, everybody. The world is obsessed with super soldiers. Wonder why that is. Every superhero movie out there's got some kind of super soldier theme. Captain America, Winter Soldier. Um, we got these Terminators. We've got these, this is the world. So I'm going to play you something, but remember we talk about hidden in plain sight. Now, tons of other truthers out there talk about this stuff, but I just wanted to play you this. Here we go.
War is a tricky thing in general, but when you add superpowered people to the mix, it gets really complicated. You can put your recruitment posters up in superhero hangouts hoping that they feel compelled to join the effort, or you can set about making your own superpowered super soldiers. Of course, the trick is getting more than one out of the deal, or having the super soldier emerge from the other side of the process, not hating you and everything you stand for. We said it was
between the
complicated.
lines.
Let's look at the mixed bag of success when it comes to super soldiers in the world of Marvel. We all know the deal. When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who oppose his shield must yield. So I don't know how many people are opposing the shield specifically. Usually it's more the things the shield is protecting. But what do you want out of the theme song, huh? Captain America's the first successful super soldier, and they managed to hit it out of the park. He's fast, he's strong, his reflexes are amazing, and he loves the old red, white, and blue. Unfortunately, Hydra, in their attempt to steal the formula, instead destroyed it and ruined super soldiering for everyone. Way to go, guys. This one act of sabotage set off a chain of events that meant instead of a platoon of super soldiers, the world would get a scatter shot of super soldiers made chasing that Captain America ideal. Part of that ideal, though, was in Cap long before the serum. It's that spark that Dr. Erskine saw in him. When he took the ice snap from World War II to the Silver Age and beyond, he took those ideals with him, including the disappointment that the place he got those ideals from didn't always live up to them. If Captain America is doing everything right and just in the world, the Red Skull is his exact opposite, the leader of Hydra. Herr Schmidt didn't think much of freedom and the like. There are a lot of roads to the super soldier game, and depending on what story you follow, Schmidt might have taken all of them. From the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the world's meanest redhead took the simplest route. He was the first experiment Erskine conducted. So for the MCU, really, Red Skull is the original super soldier. In the comics, the paths are a little more complicated. Captain America took an ice nap to end up back in his prime during the Silver Age and beyond, and for his World War II foe to make that leap, he had to take a few comic booky routes. One of them included becoming a clone of Captain America himself. Being a clone really amps up the "we're not so different you and I" speech, huh?
Read
Give
between
me
the
just
lines.
1 minute and I'll show you
Sorry.
how to ethically steal the
I don't
great
upgrade
method
paper extras.
I've used to make
There
over
we go.
50
The saying used to go, no one stays dead in comics except Uncle Ben, Jason Todd, and Bucky. The idea was that the death of these characters had such a profound effect on the story of who their relative heroes were, that bringing them back would undermine the hero's narrative. And then
Read
comic book
between the
creators
lines,
decided,
people.
challenge accepted. Bucky of the comics was Cap's starry-eyed sidekick in Ward. He was supposed to have died in the same climactic battle in World War II that Captain America fell during. Well, it turns out that he didn't die, but the Soviet submarine that was looking for Captain America decided to not tell anyone. Instead, they gave him a robot arm and trained him as an assassin. They solved the problem of what to do with him when he wasn't doing assassin stuff by putting him back on ice. Over the years, he was given upgrades to his arm.
You remember $6 Million Man and, $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman. Yeah. Those are like the first super soldiers, I believe. Anyway.
Any other training
not.
or alternative enhancements they could find in order
No,
to get
Captain
their own
America
Captain
was before
America.
that time period,
When they
I
got the
believe.
brilliant idea of sending him out to kill the only person left in the world who could connect with who he was before the programming, who also happened to be the most loyal person on the planet. So they lost their super soldier, I mean. The MCU's Winter Soldier was even a more direct attempt to recreate Captain America with more or less the same results. Sorry, Pete, but Uncle Ben's last bit of wisdom is just too important to comic book lore to have him come back. After the World War, the Allies found that the Axis had been doing their level best to get their own super soldier because why wouldn't you? The first 9 attempts didn't go so great. For the 10th, they got creative. They took up a former CIA asset and Canadian Department K agent Even their spy agencies sound polite. Of course, he was Logan, who had an inherent ability to heal quickly. By most standards, a healing factor, sharp bone spurs that can extend from his wrists, heightened sense. Most people would consider that a job well done. Well, the program had fallen under a supervillain, so it got more complicated. Logan was selected because it was hoped that his healing factor would allow him to survive the process of bonding adamantium to his skeleton.
I remember watching
which
these
is true,
movies,
but
when they
it
came
also
out,
made him
having
super
no
grumpy.
idea.
An attempt to impose
No
false
idea.
memories so that Logan would be more compliant ultimately ended up with a grumpy man who didn't know who he was. So he just started stabbing anyone who might be responsible. Weapon X would later meet Professor X, and he would eventually unlock his memories and give Logan a more productive outlet for his rage. Scott?
Just a little side note. Professor X is the circle with the X through it. Think about all of the X symbolism. It all means something. Joan Rivers, when she said the thing about Michelle Obama, her suitcase on the top of the stairs that she was climbing up had an X on it. I saw it in a video. X marks your spot, an X, and then you got Nas, little X, little demon, little bit of blood droplage in his shoe. 666 shoes. Yep. Lucifer, the X in the circle.